Hey, my phone's at 8%, so I'm gonna be real concise with this video. I noticed that this year, I don't know why I thought it was next year, but this year is going to mark the 60th anniversary of the March on Washington. Now, I told you on this channel that the March on Washington, Dr. King had nothing to do with that movement. It was a movement started by the people, but JFK hijacked it, and he paid Dr. King to deliver what we know as one of the greatest speeches ever, I Have a Dream. And Dr. King didn't give the speech that JFK told him to say, but he let it slide because it had the effect that he wanted on black people. So we're approaching that anniversary. It's coming in a little bit of a month, some change. And I'm just waiting for everybody, because they last decade, well, the last 10 years ago, it was the 50th anniversary. Now it's the 60th anniversary. And I'm waiting for someone to actually say what I want to say, but it won't really get a lot of attention or views. How is that dream of Dr. King's working for you, noticing the effect of everything? No businesses, horrible schools, violence, single parent homes. The effect of everything that he thought was a dream turned out to be a nightmare. Because notice his dream is only good in black communities. Anywhere else, no one thinks that same dream. No one dreams his dream. You go in the black community, his dream is living on today. It's living. It's still going in black communities, but in other communities, they don't think that same way. They don't have that philosophy that Dr. King had. And I have one of his books. Dr. King this is what I come to the conclusion that you don't really know anything else about him other than I Have a Dream, because he didn't sound like Dr. King that we know of after 1964. 65, 66, 67, and up to his demise, or to his death, excuse me, he was more talking about black power. He was talking about more of how are we going to fix issues in our community. Because I noticed that you don't hear none of his speeches prior to, after 1963. And that's because, the dangerous rhetoric he spoke, that's what they wanted to hear. And, I've heard that he knew integration was, before he died, he realized he made a mistake. But anyone with common sense would know, if I don't support the businesses in my own community and I go to these ones that are maybe a little bit more better, more high valued, the businesses in my community are going to go out of business. I'm not going to have anything. And what sense does it make to go to a restaurant when the cook doesn't like you, and you don't know what he's doing to your food, what he's doing to your drink? It doesn't matter though. You just want to sit down and eat with white people. And what has that gotten us? Nothing. That's why I say civil rights movement, it's like, I compare it a little bit. Well, I ain't trying to get flagged, but I believe this movement is all about sex. It was about sex, because when you think about it, right, what do you get out of eating, drinking, socializing with different groups of people? Only if you're trying to have sex with them, it will make sense. But you don't really get nothing out of not supporting the businesses in your own community, only if you're trying to pursue the women or the men of a different group. Because no one genuinely cares about other people's problems unless they're trying to pursue someone of that group. Like that girl I told you about on my channel who played that white dude. He wasn't like interested in her. But the minute that he thought he had a chance, man, he was playing all kind of salsa music and Mexican themed music, and you know that's all he was trying to do was pursue this girl. But I look at it, I compare him to like a lot of people during the civil rights era. A lot of them, if you think about it, they have had like relations with a white person, or you know they married a white person. And I just gave it some thought. I was like, man, you think about it. Nina Simone was a singer. She was really she was part of the struggle, and all of her significant others or her husbands, ex-husbands, have been white. Dr. King, you know, he messed around with white women while he was married. Trying to think of some more coming to mind. It's a lot though. Trying to think of some more. It's a lot. James Baldwin. I'm sure he slept with white dudes, white men. Marlon Brando. You know, that's all the civil rights really has done. I'm a little tired too. You can tell I'm